Mother's famous apple crumb cake Part 1. Torn between strange weather and family problems, Lynn sits on her couch early one morning watching the snow fall. She thought to herself this was strange for this time of year. Last year around this time it was bright and the snow had left long ago. Talks of dreams and laughter filled her house, but this year was different, darker, it had a funk to it. Memories and people seemed to stick to each day. This feeling overwhelmed her, and brought back thoughts of her mother, as the temperature dropped outside. Icicles, she thought, frigging ice picks hanging from her roof, it's almost Easter and there they are. She took another sip of coffee, as she watched the snow turn the black Ford white. Everyone was asleep, they knew it wasn't a good time for Lynn. The house was quiet on mornings like this. If you were a shadow, the only thing you could hear was her sigh. Thinking to herself, another sip of coffee to keep her from screaming at the world. As the snow hammers the window harder, memories of her mother, an Appalachia which they called her, flooded her vision. Each scene played out as if she was watching a movie. Some say she was a strange, even off lady with a heart for nature. She walked the old horse trails, the ones left behind the logger, the thieves of nature she believed they had taken the spring. These are the hidden trails left behind by the men that raped the Appalachia. Before she lived at her wonderful home, she lived with her mother before she passed. Traveling the snake roads, that twisted into the unknown. She takes another sip of coffee and smiles. It was good to remember her time with her mother, lost in the mist of the Blue Ridge. But when you remember, sometimes you become the person you were. Snow before Easter is never a good sign, her mother used to say. She could hear the words echoed in her head, as she faded back to the time she first heard her mother say this. She was consumed with anger, as she made little dolls from horse hay and birch trees. She would even cut out little eyes for them from oak trees. She called them her Appalachian voodoo dolls. She had a strong dislike for town people, even a stronger dislike for the visitors or the newcomers as she called them. Each morning she would set up a stand, selling them dolls, many of which she would give away. The visitors grabbed them up. I don't know if there was real magic there, but the visitors never came back, that is the ones that bought them anyway. Lynn had finished her first cup of coffee of the morning. As she got up to get another cup of coffee, she said to herself, why did it have to snow right before Easter? A snow before Easter brings murderous ideas and things. Darkens the waters of thought and opens the gates to fear.